Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday Buzz again. We are here with our new friend Nikki, and she is with the Heart of the Hills Foundation, and um, she's going to tell us a little bit. We're sitting here at Braveheart in front of their awesome little Halloween decor, and we're all decorated for Halloween because they actually have something really cool over here at Braveheart going to happen pretty soon, and so we thought we would tell you guys about it. So, Nikki, tell me about yourself.
Hi, Melody. Thanks so much for inviting us to be a part of this week. Like you said, my name's Nikki. I'm the director of Heart of the Hills Pregnancy Resources. So we are the pregnancy resource town here in Fredericksburg. I think many people have driven by our new building over on South Milam. So we're extremely excited and blessed to be in our new building. But one of our programs is the Braveheart Unique Boutique. So our boutique had multiple goals in mind when we first opened, and that was that we wanted to have a place where we could not only offer job training and employment opportunities to our moms so that they could bring their babies to work. It was also so that when our moms take classes at the center, they earn points that they can use and buy essential needs for their babies. So instead of having them dig through tubs of used items, we really wanted to give them a place where they could shop with dignity and feel that they and their children had value. And so opening this boutique was a place to invite them to come and just feel like they were capable, worthy parents. And then also for community awareness and for all the proceeds to pour back into the mission so that we could keep doing it. So that was the kind of the main goal with starting the boutique, and we've just been so blessed by the community donating and shopping and being able to employ our clients.
Well, I was looking around in there and y'all got some nice stuff. Some very nice stuff.
It is very nice. I know every time I walk in, especially with my kids, I just end up having quite a big purchase. So.
Well, when I leave here, don't tell my husband, but that might happen too. At least it goes to a good cause, right? So you come in, you go shopping, and the 100% of the proceeds go.
Yes, 100% of the proceeds go back into the mission. So whether that's helping to pay the salaries of the moms that we employ,
okay,
or it rotates back into our general operating fund at the pregnancy center. So that's offering verification of pregnancy, limited sonograms, access to prenatal care classes. We have a licensed counselor.
Okay.
And then we do, like I said, tons of classes over pregnancy, parenting, relationships, life skills. And then we also have Bible studies, and there's just a plethora of services and programs, but everything 100% pours back into the mission.
Wow. So some of the programs y'all offer, so you said sonograms?
Yes.
Okay.
So we kind of have two different avenues at the center. The center itself, we provide what we call limited non-diagnostic sonography. So when a woman comes in, whether in crisis or planning to parent, she'll get a pregnancy test and then up to a series of 4 sonograms. So within that sonogram, we're looking for placement, gestational age, and heartbeat.
Okay.
And so those are typical things you would need to take to a provider in order to establish as a new OB patient, but also to get things like pregnancy Medicaid. And what we love and how it's directly mission related is that every time a woman hears her baby's heartbeat on a sonogram, she's 87% more likely to choose life for her baby.
Wow. Ooh, that just gave me goosebumps. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. So what is is the shop where they can earn points and that kind of thing, is that in the Heart of the Hills, or would that be towards here?
So we actually have 2 shops. Okay. If you have a tour and you come to the new center, you'll see our baby boutique. Oh. So everything at our in-center boutique is brand new.
Oh my goodness.
So that's just, we supplement it, but we have donors that will drop off brand new things. And so that's just really feeling like they in themselves are worthy, like I said earlier.
Yes.
Because often when you're alone or you're in an insecure situation or in a crisis pregnancy, not always, but you come from situations where you just don't feel like you have value. And so by offering these new items, it's just blessing them to begin to see their value and their child's value.
Wow.
And also when they take classes every week, we give them a free package of diapers and wipes.
Oh, that's amazing.
And that doesn't count towards their points. It's just an incentive to come in, but know that they're not alone. There is support.
Wow.
So everything at the center boutique is brand new.
Okay.
And then they can come over here to the thrift store or the resale shop where it's gently used items. And so their points go further.
Oh, neat. So they can use their points here.
Correct. Mhm.
How cool is that? So what made you get involved with this, or how did you get involved with this?
A funny story, or just, God does crazy things, right? And, the thing I love is that the saying of He equips the called, He doesn't call the equipped.
That has been my theme
So,
for the past like 6
isn't it
months.
just funny? You walk into something, you're like, how did I even end up here? And that's my husband yesterday. I'm working on our year-end appeal, and he said, did you ever imagine yourself doing this? And I'm like, no, God's just this funny guy. We just lean into Him and trust. So I was a stay-at-home mom. I was blessed to be able to do that for 10 years.
Wow.
And so, we have 4 children. When our last child went into kindergarten, I was like, it would be really great to be a dual income family. And so it's like, maybe I could find something to do, while the kids are at school. So at the time, the pregnancy center was looking for someone to come in as kind of an office admin type person, perfect hours. And through a series of events, the day I started, they needed a new executive director.
Oh my goodness.
And so I just kind of filled in, not really knowing. I was, not that you have to be a pro-life candidate to, a faith-based pro-life candidate to, that's what I thought, to know the role. But I was very much a pro-life individual and have been my whole life. But I just didn't know what all went on in a pregnancy center, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so
I don't think many people do. I think when they see pregnancy center, sometimes their mind goes a different route.
I found that very quickly when I first started. And so really clarifying the mission and what we offer to the community took some time, because I think there's a lot of misunderstanding. And so when I walked in, it just kind of one thing after another. And I went from coming in as an admin to becoming executive director. And, it was right after COVID. Okay. And so reestablishing ourselves in the community and being available for women and families, it took time. But, over the past several years, each year we see our numbers go up by almost 300%.
Oh my goodness. So that's a massive number. That's not anything to mock at. That's huge.
It's not. And so from being non-medical to now we have a medical staff, we have a medical a team. So we have a series of RN nurses that all participate. We partner with a midwife who does prenatal care.
Wow.
So it's just grown as the need has increased.
That's incredible. And so they can come, they don't need anything. They don't need to give you anything. They just come and say, help, I need some help. That's amazing.
So we don't do any kind of prerequisites to enter service. Their finances are not asked, no status, anything. Anyone can be approved for service.
Wow, that's amazing. That's huge. I just I think when I first heard of it too, I even had this okay, pregnancy center, what really, so how long have y'all been in business, you could say, or how long have y'all been in service?
So many people probably know the center as the Mom Center.
Yes.
So the Mom Center became an established 501c3 in 2014.
Wow.
And with the primary focus being on coming alongside families breaking cycles of dysfunction and education.
I love that. That's huge.
With so much crisis pregnancy, there's usually a foundation of instability in the home. And so really giving them the tools for successful parenting was a big goal of our founder, and to kind of offset or get ahead of the crisis, so to speak. And so it just grew. And so when I came on in 2019, I think, we really wanted to rebrand the center. So we are now Mom Center doing business as Heart of the Hills Resources.
Okay.
And the purpose of that was kind of multiple factors. One being that we wanted dads to be involved. It's so important to have both parents. It's not always possible, but when possible, we wanted to equip dads to be strong leaders in the family, to know the right tools, how to discipline appropriately, how to be a good partner, how to support their spouse or whatever their relationship might look like. And so that was one. So dads didn't feel included to come into the Mom Center.
Right.
And the other being that while our goal is to protect the sanctity of life, there is never any judgment or condemnation in any options that a woman is choosing. But if we start off the bat saying this is for moms only, women that were considering abortion or didn't really know if they wanted to be a mom or didn't connect with their pregnancy, did not feel welcome to come to a place like that.
Wow.
And so we wanted to make it a place that was neutral so that we could offer education and resources and tools so that women could truly make informed choices for themselves.
Wow. That's amazing. So if they come in and they are struggling with the choice, are you able to connect them maybe with a place where they could adopt? They could send their children to like an adopt. Like,
Yes.
do you have any
So,
connections there?
within that initial pregnancy intake, it's a lengthy process, but within that, we kind of are able to establish what they're thinking. And so we provide resources and education on all three options, options being to parent, to abort, or to place for adoption.
Mm-hmm.
So with adoption, we work with several agencies. Of course, we do referrals. We provide a long list, but we try to provide resources that we've had good encounters with, that are very honest, very transparent, don't pressure, things like that. And then within that list, we say, if we'd like to set up a meeting with these agencies, we'd be happy to facilitate that. So we've had adoption agencies that will come to the center, because often these women feel it's a very safe, neutral space.
Right.
And so the adoption agencies will come and have meetings with these ladies and just provide their information. And then if they decide to walk alongside and pursue the route of adoption, then they kind of transition into their umbrella, I would say. Since we don't we don't conduct the adoptions.
Right. So, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. So do you feel like what is like one thing you've learned? I feel like there would just be so many lessons. There's so many interesting things you would learn being a part of this for so long. Like, do you feel like you've learned just like some amazing life?
I think the biggest one for me is judgment.
Yeah.
Is people, it's so easy to judge those that we don't relate to, or that come from different circumstances than we ourselves do. But just realizing and truly living that every one of us is God's creation, and God has a purpose for all of us.
Yes.
I love these women. I love their children, and it's been such an honor to get to know them. I feel like I'm blessed to be a part of their story.
Right.
And I know they say it's the other way around, but truly just to see God work has just been such a gift to me.
It's such a blessing when you're able to bless others. Like, you don't really feel like you're blessing others, but then you get blessed in return. You know, it's this crazy cycle, and I think that's how God intended it to be. It's like he always tells you to give and always tells you to give, and I think he tells you to give so that you yourself will grow, and you never realize the blessing you receive because it's kind of unexpected.
It is.
So back to this location. So y'all have a big event coming up, and it's kind of family centered. So tell me about that.
So, part of Braveheart Boutique is we want to be involved in the community, and it's awareness and it's outreach. And so the gals here right now are so phenomenal. They've got all these great ideas. They've got little ones. And I know for me, when I was, having young children, finding fun things to do with your kids on a budget is not always easy. And so they have a really fun, I'm going to actually look at my phone, but they have a really fun event coming up for Halloween. So it'll be on October 31st.
Okay.
It will kind of have different themes throughout the day. So they're going to start with a pet adoption. The SPCA has partnered, and they're going to come over and bring some puppies. So the pet adoption will be from 1:15 to 3.
Okay.
And I believe they can actually adopt here at the store. So
that's amazing.
Bring your kiddos in. Be open to bringing home a little Halloween puppy.
Oh my gosh!
And then also a costume raffle. So if the kiddos come dressed in a costume, you can enter for a fun family raffle, and then face painting. And then of course throughout the day they'll have the fun photo op. And then we'll have candy and movies playing and fun games and things like that. How
cute. So, and it's in the store.
It is in the store, so it's air conditioned.
Love that.
Kiddos are contained, which is good too. So yeah,
how
really
late does it go? So if you're out trick-or-treating, is that a place you could stop?
So you could stop if you're an early trick-or-treater, or if you wanted a little fun thing to do before going and hitting the neighborhoods.
Nice.
They'll be open until 6.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. Okay. So come to their Halloween events. It's wonderful, and y'all should come shopping here because I think I found like a ton of things. What was that dress over there?
It's a Johnny Was.
Johnny Was that's what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure I saw even like a Michael Kors or something in there too.
You get Coach and all of that.
That's amazing. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I mean, I'm sure like Fredericksburg, we have like a really great community, and so I could only imagine you getting some awesome donations. How do you receive donations here?
So we receive donations every day that the shop is open. So Monday is donation intake only. We're not open for shopping. And then Tuesday through Saturday, donations. So we take clothing, housewares, furniture. You can come to the back parking lot, or you can come in the front door. The gals will help you unload and get you a donation receipt. And
Amazing. So when does your new facility open? Is it opened already?
The pregnancy center.
Okay.
The pregnancy center is open. We moved in about a month ago.
On Milam?
On Milam.
Wow.
We will have an open house on November 17th. It'll
Oh
be
my
open
gosh,
to the
how
community.
fun.
So we're going to try to have some little barbecue sliders, I think is the goal. And
How
we'll be doing
cool.
tours. And I think the theme of it will be house warming opening. I think we had something cute. Now I can't remember the words. But anyway, the idea being that come see the center, take a tour, fellowship with friends, get some food. But if you feel inclined to bring a baby gift, that will go into our in-center mom boutique. So
How
diapers,
cute.
wipes, clothes, onesies, anything.
Very cool.
And we'll get the store stocked. So
I love that.
Yeah.
So is that going to be your permanent facility? Because I know, are y'all on industrial? You were on Industrial Loop.
We've had multiple homes, but
Okay.
this is our permanent location.
That's
So
amazing.
we had a very generous several benefactors. One benefactor purchased the land and built the facility,
Oh my gosh,
and
that's
another
huge.
benefactor purchased all the furnishings.
Wow.
So it is 100% debt free and
That's
gifted.
incredible.
And our forever location. So,
Oh my goodness, that's incredible. So someone just out of the kindness of their heart did
Mhm.
this. What
Yeah.
a huge thing. So I'm sure you see, like, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, I'm sure you see everybody from all walks of life,
Mhm.
all walks of wealth, all walks of everything,
we
right?
do. Mhm.
And translators, do you have any of those there?
We do. So we actually have bilingual staff. We are actually about to have a bilingual nurse.
Oh, that's so great.
And then we have a language line. So a language line you may have seen in a hospital setting, but it's like it's an iPad that will have an actual face person talking, and so it is on a little rolly cart.
What?
And it will
That's
go
so
into
cool.
different appointments. So whether they're signing up for prenatal Medicaid or they're having a OB appointment with the nurse midwife, we also have that medical translator.
So it just like it's like a little head that sits
It's
there
like
on a tripod.
It's like a podcast. It's a person on a screen on an
Okay.
iPad, and they're a part of the whole appointment.
That's really cool. What a
Yeah.
clever thing. I've never even seen that, but that's awesome.
It allows there to be no barriers.
Yeah, I
and
love that.
every woman receiving that continuity of care and no one
Mhm.
falling through the cracks, which
Yeah.
is a very big goal of mine, at least, that
Right.
no woman feels unalone, unequipped,
Mhm.
and uncared for.
Yeah.
So
We've sent quite a few people y'all's way.
Thank
We
you.
have something called a giving fiesta that we've done for about a year. And what we were doing is it started off as a garage sale to kind of teach our kids how to give.
Mhm.
And that went from the giving fiesta turned into like people donating. People would send us diapers and wipes and
Mhm.
food and all kinds of stuff. And it's in, like, say it's a garage sale at our
Right.
house, and people are just coming and they just take it and they'd be like, "What? It's free?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's free. Just take it."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And then they got all excited. And then we started building relationships with these people. We watched their kids being born. We've seen
Mhm.
some go from, "Oh, you're pregnant," and then here they are, they have their baby, and
Yeah.
they don't know where to go. And we're like, the cold months when we choose not to do the giving
Mhm.
fiestas, we're like, okay, here's the resources, here's the
Mhm.
place to go. You need diapers, go to this place.
Mhm.
You need health, go to this place. And so we've been able to like make connections with the local nonprofits and stuff, and kind of
Mhm.
we're like, we want people to come to you guys
Mhm.
because we don't always have diapers. We're just a garage sale. So it's been really neat to direct people y'all's way. And now that I know more, it's going to be even easier to direct people y'all's way.
Well, that's amazing. We don't turn away. So if someone truly needs something, we'll make
That's
sure it
amazing.
happens. We'll make sure it happens.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you being here. And the only thing I do that's similar on every single podcast is I end my my podcast with one question. And we're building a youth and community center. It's for the community. Matter of fact, we're turning it into its own nonprofit to turn it over to the community, because we need something like this where
Mhm.
every nonprofit can come together and we can kind of just integrate into one another. And we want to have indoor playgrounds and things for kids to do. But my biggest question has always been, because what we're doing with these questions is we're learning from them. So we're taking all y'all's input and we're trying to implement it. So
Okay.
if you were building a community center, What is one thing that you would do? And by example, I interviewed a youth and she said, put a pool table because the teenagers want a pool table. And I was like, that's pretty cool. I've had an awesome pastor and he was like, just the atmosphere, make it like safe, and that kind of thing. So what's your idea for me?
So I will say personally, and also the families I work with, kind of the biggest takeaways is community, which is the goal. So within that, places to go during the business day where you could have mommy and me classes, how to engage with your children. So not only how to engage, but also opportunities to engage and do things together. That aren't expensive. That's it's hard.
It is hard. Yeah.
Whether you're a single income or dual income family, it's hard right now. So, having those opportunities to do like a cooking with me or music time or
cute.
baby Pilates or whatever, just things like that where you can just one-on-one have that set aside time with your kiddos.
I love that.
So that's one. And then from another perspective, childcare, so parents can engage in some of these things.
That's cool.
Whether that's a kid activity zone or you just kind of have that little play area where you have volunteers or staff just to watch them so parents can find community, because I think a lot of parents these days feel like they have to have it together, know all the answers, and it's very easy to become an island very quickly.
It is.
And we were meant to it was meant to be a group effort, a team effort. And so I think giving that space to form those relationships would be really great.
I love that. I love that a lot. I think, as a mom of 3 and they're all girls, it is easy to become an island. That has been a constant fight in my life. And so I love that you're saying that, because community is so vital, and being with other moms, learning, it's one thing I love from doing these podcasts is getting to know people and their hearts, because you don't just, it's almost like a forced one-on-one heart session here. And so it's been really cool to get to know people. But I appreciate you taking time out of your day, and you guys come into this amazing place. It's over here next to Jex. As if you were headed to Mason. I don't know. What would you say that Jex West?
So I think if you're local, you know it is Jex.
Yes.
I believe it's actually called
Biggs now. I just thought of that.
If you want another, community kind of plug-in, it's where the Precision Haircuts used to be.
Oh, there we go.
So I know we had, for the first year we were here, the little old men that would come in for their trim, and it's like, well, I'm sorry, we don't do that anymore.
There's nowhere to do that.
But, so yes, Precision Haircuts, the Biggs gas station, Jex, 522 West Main. The mural, if you were a part of that.
Yes, also has the beautiful mural that thankfully the city saved.
Yes,
it's amazing.
Got to keep the mural. So I think those are some good locator ideas.
Well, come take pictures with the mural. Come to Braveheart. Come spend your money here, because it's worth it. And it goes back into the community in a beautiful, beautiful way. And if you didn't know about the Pregnancy Center, hopefully now you do. And it was so nice to meet you. And if anyone has questions, I'm sure they could probably stop in and chat with you if they want to donate. Would you be a good resource to come talk to?
I mean, I certainly think so.
You're like, I hope so.
Yes, I think so. I think if you, whether your political stance, if you care for women, you care for babies, you care for children, you care about education, you care about healthcare, we provide such a wide variety of services that your donation, your gift will make a true, genuine impact. So
I love that. Well, thank you again, and thanks for watching the Tuesday Buzz, and come to Braveheart, especially on October 31st.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. It was nice to meet you.